watching Agent Pocket Watch Mr. Beast. Yo, I've wanted to watch this video for a couple days now because I love Agent's pocket watching sessions. I feel like they're fairly accurate and it's just always hilarious, bro. If there's anybody to pocket watch, Mr. Beast would be one of them, bro. So I'm very curious to see a ballpark of how much Mr. Beast makes. I know it's not 100% correct. Obviously, it's not going to be. He probably makes money in ways that we don't even know about, right? So let's see.
Ah! All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we pocket watch the one and only Mr. Beast. All right, already broke the chalk. Okay, so obviously I am the most prolific pocket watcher in online content creating history. Look, this is going to be a little bit bigger and more challenging than that because I think this is more than content creation. Mr. Beast is nothing short of an absolute business Goliath. It's going to be hard, I'm going to be honest with you, because it's not just looking at views per month and trying to guesstimate how many ads he's running and different platforms, monetization, and brand deals. It's so much more than that. He makes way more revenue off platform than he does on any of the platforms. So
100%.
It's not just active income, it's overall net worth. Generates hundreds of millions of dollars. So this will be challenging, but we're gonna try our best, okay? So we're gonna do it and we're gonna subdivide it in a bunch of different sections. We're gonna start with one, we're gonna do YouTube. Of course, he has a bunch of different channels. He has his philanthropy channel, his gaming channel, he has a second channel, and he has his main channel. So we're gonna combine all those, and then there might be some other channels as well. We're gonna all kind of group them together and assume they get some. Of course, he has a bunch of different channels. He has his philanthropy channel, his gaming channel, he has a second channel, and he has his main channel. So we're gonna combine.
Mr. Beast has a gaming channel?
On all those, and then there might be some other channels as well. We're gonna all kind of group them together and assume they get the same CPM, same average cost per mil. So otherwise, it's gonna take centuries to do it. But I think I can get a good number on this. This part, I don't think is gonna be that challenging. Okay?
Oh, so he's averaging out the CPM, which technically would be different for different regions and different countries and stuff. But he's just averaging it all together because he's right. If you have to get all that little minute details, bro, you're gonna be calculating this for weeks.
2, brand deals. This one's gonna be kind of tough because they're probably gonna be divided across, like, you know, some on Instagram, some on YouTube, some on different platforms. And I think this one's gonna be really tough because I'm gonna be honest, there's really no brand that could reasonably afford to do the brand deals that Mr. Beast could realistically charge for. So his rate is so probably capped.
It's capped
because of how large of a channel he is, if I had to guess.
Yeah,
but I think this is going to be a big category. Number 3, we'll do.
Like Mr. Beast easily could be getting, let's say, 50 million for a brand deal. But just what brand is going to give him 50 million besides these Goliath of these brands, right? He's pretty much saying he's capped at whatever number below that, maybe 10 million or whatever, because he's just too big, right? It's like trying to give a brand deal to like Hershey's or some shit, you know? Or like, what's another candy bar that Mr. Beast, I don't know, something like that. They're just too big.
Businesses, we'll write businesses, and we'll have to separate Feastables, his chocolate business, versus like the toy stuff that he does, and I'm gonna need your help. This is gonna be, it's gonna be our toughest one yet, I'll be honest with you guys, okay? I don't think he makes, you know, relative to the rest of the income, I don't think TikTok revenue is gonna matter much. Investments, there's genuinely no fucking way for me to know his investments. Genuinely no chance. Genuinely. And if I had to guess, I think he reinvests all his money back into businesses. So I think all the money goes right back here. I don't think he's a heavy real estate player. If he has a stock portfolio, it's probably not a large percentage of his revenue. He probably put all his money right back here. I think most content creators that believe in themselves would do the same. We might leave it with 3. Businesses is gonna encompass a lot of
my voice just cracked so hard.
Stuff y'all saying, like Beast Games and shit like that. And Beast Burger. Beast Burger is pretty much RIP if I'm not mistaken. They had a whole situation publicly about like the company that was running the operations for it, and there was a whole lawsuit and stuff like that. So if I'm not mistaken, that shit is dead. And if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't that profitable. It probably made that profitable. It probably made tens of millions of dollars, but relative to what we're probably going to talk about today, not that profitable.
Makes sense.
All right, so let's start with social media. Let's go YouTube. So we'll divide his channels first. We'll get the views per video. We got to take a look at the watch time, and then we're going to try and calculate how much money he's generating straight through AdSense, through YouTube's ad system. All right. So there's Mr. Beast.
Wait, only
Boom.
through ads?
There is Beast Gaming. Boom.
Okay.
There is Philanthropy. Okay, and then there's the second channel. So I'll just write down 2 for that.
Philanthropy?
All right. Okay.
Close enough.
Real quick, am I missing any other channels?
College
Am I missing
educated.
any other channels? Beast Reacts? Fuck me, man. I forgot he had that channel. All right. Reacts. Okay.
Wait, Mr. Beast
so
has a Reacts channel?
I'll tell you what Mr. Beast is really good at. Okay. And honestly, it's something that I've been trying to do. Mr. Beast Gaming and View Stats. I'm not gonna lie, I just canceled my fucking View Stats subscription, so I might have to get another one. Fuck it, it is what it is. Mr. Beast does a really good job at finding ways to monetize like simple content, gaming, reacts, so that he could put the money into other areas that are more meaningful, like other businesses,
Okay.
big videos on the YouTube channel, the Beast Games,
Okay.
some of the philanthropy stuff he does.
Makes
Like
sense.
if everything you did was complicated and expensive, you wouldn't get anything done, right? So
Yeah.
even for me, like the reacts I do cost me nothing. Nigga, I just chill on stream, nigga, vibe with y'all, give me my fucking shitty takes, pause the video 100 times, and overreact. But it generates money that I can use to, you know, do other things. So I feel like he does a really good job at drawing from different
Like I said,
audiences.
basically.
You know, like it's easy for him to think gaming is not a big enough niche, but he knows like he also wants to appeal to gamers because like even if he doesn't game all that much, if the niche is big enough, you might as well. Feel me? It's the same
Yeah.
reason why Ferrari came out with a fucking SUV. Ferrari doesn't believe in an SUV, right? They don't give a fuck about making.
Oh.
In fact, they were.
That's a great point. Ferrari did not give a damn about making an SUV. They actually did not want to make one. The only reason they made one is because they saw how well the Urus was doing from Lamborghini. That's a great point.
against making SUVs for a long time.
Great
but the market
point.
was big enough, and eventually they came out with an overpriced SUV. So that's essentially
Very
what he
overpriced,
does.
bro.
The
The
SUV
pure
from
Sangway
Ferrari will farm
It's so
bread
overpriced.
that they could use so that they can invest it in some of their expensive ideas that they have, supercars and things of that nature. He also has a bunch of different channels in different languages. It all
combined,
that used
I
to be
think.
the case, just so
Yeah.
you guys know. Now it's all consolidated. You can scroll through the different languages provided in, so you don't need
Yeah,
separate channels for
exactly.
it anymore, and it all farms views under the same video. They've been doing that for like the last year. I think he was the first person to get access to that like beta program. So, and I'm not mistaken, he gets like really famous voice actors. So like if you prefer to listen to it in Japanese, he gets like famous Japanese voice actors that you could probably recognize if you know pay attention to that in your Japanese, and then boom, like now all the
Nah,
Japanese
that's
people are like,
tough.
nigga, is that this person from this show?
Yep.
So, I mean, if we're talking about farming, you know what I'm saying? That nigga know how to farm, bro. Look, pocket watching is all about watching that money come in. But once that money's in, you gotta manage the money, you gotta grow the money. That's why I use today's false set. Okay, sometimes views
W Snipe.
per month.
That was a.
From
I'm not
these
gonna-
different channels.
I'm not gonna lie, that was like a
What
6 out of 10 snipe.
The actual fuck?
Wait, what is this? Wait. What is this? Daily channel metrics. Wednesday 3/18. Today is the 4th of April. The subscriber count. Wait. Wait a minute. What? Bro, what website is this? Social Blade. Oh my gosh, this nigga got 81 million views in one day, which was on Wednesday, March the 18th. This is the overall view count, 114 billion. Wait, no. Yeah. Oh, okay, I was reading this backwards. Okay, yeah. Yeah, 114 billion, 116 billion overall views. He doesn't even have 1,000 videos, bro. This is the daily revenue generated. Oh my gosh. The daily average, so he's getting 100. Agent's probably gonna explain all this. I'm just baffled right now. What in the actual
Gang, that's a crazy number. That is such a fucking crazy number.
3
That is an
billion
insane number.
views in the last 30
That
days,
is such
bro.
a fucking insane number. 3.
So in the last 30 days, he's generated 3 billion views from eight videos. Yeah, from 8 videos, and he generated between 755K to 12 million, bro, just in the last month. Come
Like, it's
on,
almost
bro.
hard for me to do the math in my head because
This
of how
money
many
is a
digits are
bag
involved here.
getter.
3 billion views.
Someone said,
in the
"That's a
last
number?"
30 days. I don't even know if I've gotten 3 billion views total over the course of my entire fucking life across all my channels. I probably haven't. I probably am not even like, wow.
Got views equal 3 billion. All right.
We'll take a look at some of the other metrics in a bit, but let's get the views for all of them quick. Mr. Beast Gaming.
183 M's. Okay.
It's crazy to think like this is still hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on an expired channel he does not post on, his Spanish channel, because again, he all just posted on Mr. Beast. He's making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year
From a
on
channel
on one
that he
of his
doesn't
many
use.
dozens of channels he doesn't use anymore. Passive income.
Bro, what? Bro, what? That is insane,
Fucking
bro.
passive income, bro.
Views 256 M's.
Oh wow, he probably doesn't post on this one anymore. 18 million. He's doing Agent Zero numbers.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. There might be no
doing
fucking
Agent Zero
point
numbers.
in including this one. He also has Mr. Beast animations.
All right. Do we fucking include that, my nigga?
Yeah, why not?
Whatever. Falling off. You know what's crazy? That's more views than my main channel gets, bro.
Yo, that's fucking crazy, man. I absolutely forgot something, and I'm gonna have to use view stats for this. One sec, chat, because one thing that I forgot to account for on the main channel that would make a big difference is long form views versus the short form views, bro. Because obviously the short form's not gonna make any money, but the long form will make a lot of money. Man, oh my God. Oh, that does make a big difference, bro. That makes a really big difference. So this is gonna sound crazy, chat. Only 620 million of that is long form views.
That actually, I have to erase this because that makes such a large difference. All right, so it's 620 million. All right, and then short form, I put short form underneath it, 2.3 bill.
So let's collectively do some math now.
Brother, what am I
Okay, we're gonna
looking
add
at?
together
These numbers are
all
fucking
the
fake.
short form and the
You
long
divided all
form
channels to long
views,
form
okay?
and short form views.
Boom.
Okay. Oh, okay.
620 million.
Hold on. First of all, chat. What calculator is $1,500, bro? Bro, who's getting a $1,500 calculator? What the fuck?
Plus 124 million. Plus 18 million. Plus 12 million. Plus 43 million. I'm not gonna lie, I think that's like right under a billion. 817
Million.
million long form views.
Short form,
We gotta do the math.
Wait, this is per
200
month?
million. Plus 40 million.
That would be impossible.
Plus 2.3
That would
billion.
have to be for the year. Someone said, why is he using Yahoo?
So it would be 2.54 billion. Sorry, my brain's a little slow when it comes to math. 2.54 billion dollars. Dollars.
soon, I guess soon. 2.54
What the?
billion. Okay, so we did all that to get these numbers here. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is genuinely the hard part. It's like once numbers get this high, it's like genuinely pretty fucking hard to fathom it almost like it exceeds like the cap in my fucking brain. So I'm gonna have to do my best. Billion, the B word. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure out what the 100 million number looks like. So let's do some quick math, chat.
Quick
Let's do
maths.
some quick math, okay? So if we go
1
to
plus
the
1,
Mr.
that's 2
Beast
quick
channel,
maths.
all right, there's a few things that matter here that we got to consider One is the length of the video. 30 minutes, 16, 23, 23, 41, 37. So we can say on average like 28 minutes. Okay, and the reason that matters is because the longer the video, the more ads you'll have placed throughout. So YouTube's AdSense is essentially an auction. And so the way it works is
See, this is exactly why I like watching The Agent. He actually is so tapped into like the background of YouTube, the algorithm. He just knows. A lot of people have teams that focus on all that stuff, but he actually, because he's been a part of YouTube for so long, he really knows about the stats, and he really knows about what's important in the algorithm. Like, bro, this is exactly why I wanted to watch this video.
The lowest is an auction. It's just as simple as that. But you can have reserved ads. So if I have a brand and I specifically want my ads to show up on Mr. Beast's channel, I could do that. I could target specifically Mr. Beast videos, but you pay a pretty significant premium for that. And you can sell those in bundles, and sometimes you could even directly sell ads using AdSense as well. So whatever you think his CPM is probably more, because Mr. Beast appeals to the average advertiser a lot. But on the other side of the spectrum, his CPM could potentially be lower because of how international he is. Okay, everybody essentially wants the American audience. The American market has the highest CPMs because Americans spend their whole life making money and spending money. Most other countries aren't like that. Most other countries don't have the same ad spend, and most other countries' CPMs are way lower, depending on their economy. And so
that makes so much sense.
Mr. Beast could also potentially be nerfed because a viewer in India, for example, is not going to make him the same amount of money as a viewer from America. It's just the advertisers in India don't spend as much as advertisers from America spend a fuck ton. You see it in Super Bowl, right? So it's kind of difficult to tell whether or not his CPM will be extra high or extra low based on those two very key variables. And he truly is probably the most global YouTuber in terms of where all his viewers come from. So if I had to guess, I would say it leans a little bit on the higher side.
Bro, they're like
and
perfect.
The only other thing going on in my brain is there's a chance there's an inventory problem. There's a chance that YouTube doesn't even have enough ads in their system for a nigga that average 100 million views per video. That could, considering it's an auction, drive the price down. That being said.
This thing is calculating in his head.
Okay. Hold. Wait. Okay. All right. Based on my calculations, Mr. Beast. So this is how I'm doing the math. I'm dividing this shit up, and based on the sliding variables, some of which aren't clear to us, for every 100 million long form views he gets, and keep in mind, this is average CPM across all these genres, right? Some of these genres probably make more than others do. Facts. For every 100 million views, he's making around $12 million. Okay? And I'll be honest with you, I think that's a little conservative. Okay? I almost went 50 million, but I don't.
So every 100 million views, he's making around 12 million. So he's pretty much making over $10 million per video. Okay.
I don't want to be too aggressive with the number, Gango. Okay?
Wait, this is long form content?
All we have to do is times 12 million by 8.17.
Wait, so he makes wait a minute, he makes more money from his shorts than his long form content? Interesting. If that's what that says.
Is times 12 million by 8.17.
Goodness gracious me, oh my. According to my calculation.
Wait, he's making 98 million a month. Is that what that is? Wait. That's $98 million per month, if I'm not mistaken.
Mr. Beast makes $98 million a year.
Per month.
A month.
Oh my gosh. No, this nigga Mr. Beast is a bag getter. Bag getter. Oh my gosh, chat.
Off long form views alone. This is a
Wait.
month.
Wait. That's just off long form views?
Off long form views alone. This is a month. More like 9.8. Yeah, okay, buddy.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
9.8.
9.8.
Every person.
Someone said 9.8?
This is a month. More like 9.8. Yeah.
Nigga, you think Mr. Beast only makes 9.8 million a month? Come on, bro. This is the biggest content creator in the world. Duh. Literally on the planet in history.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, 9.8 if every person in his audience lived in a third world country. Yes, that probably will be true. Short form might be a little bit more of a bitch to calculate. I'm looking at the number. I'm waiting for it to be wrong. That's the real number. Fuck me.
That's
even,
right.
That's harder than even I fucking thought it would be. And by the way, I want to
If
remind
his-
you,
if his
that is a fucking
calculations were
conservative
correct.
number, bro. Short form views. This one is a little bit more of a nightmare to calculate because it really does depend. It really does depend. It depends on a lot of factors, a lot of factors. And I imagine TikTok revenue might be a little relevant here if you combine it with like YouTube Shorts revenue, because this Shorts number we're looking at, this 2.54 billion is only YouTube Shorts. This one.
Wait, that's 2.54 billion views? I think those are views.
It's a little variable, but I'll be honest, relative to the long form number, is not gonna move the needle that much. Okay? He made.
Yeah, I think that's views. Okay, Okay, so earlier I thought this was money. So 817 million views per month from long form, 2.5 billion views per month from short form. Okay.
5 million. And I think
But it doesn't necessarily mean he makes more money from short form content.
It's a little aggressive, because it's almost
Which I don't think he
unfathomable to assume somebody's making millions off shorts. But again, that's a beat, and this is only YouTube Shorts. If you combine only, that's not one of my favorite trigger words to get the chat going. So we will be saying the word only from time to time. He only made a total of 103 million across the two, and that is Mr. Beast.
It's just
YouTube revenue. $103 million
per month.
a month.
Bro. Oh my gosh.
You almost might be thinking like, are you sure, Agent? I know a lot of people are probably thinking, are you sure, Agent? He is the biggest creator in the world. And I could assure you, YouTube makes billions more off of him. I know it almost doesn't seem real, but that's what I'm telling you. There's really levels to shit.
That's
There's really
crazy,
levels to shit,
bro.
and this is the highest level. So if you ever thought like what the ceiling would be if you wanted to become a YouTuber, this is the ceiling. So it's not what even the Kais and the Speeds are not sniffing this. Just to be clear, that's
Bro, I don't think people understand how much money that is.
This nigga Mr. Beast is making $103 million per month off just YouTube, bro. Nah, this nigga making NBA bread. Oh no, that's beyond NBA, but damn.
how large this is of a number. This is such a crazy number that no other creator on the planet is sniffing this. Okay? So that's why it feels bizarre. Because no matter how much money you think some of the streamers have and content creators have, the FaZe Rugs of the world and the laser beams, like the niggas that have been fucking cooking for mad long,
For a
nobody
decade, yeah.
on earth is sniffing this. This is the ceiling when it comes to how much you can make off of YouTube. That's why the number feels so fucking unreal. Because I usually shoot a little bit more conservative, but I mean,
Bro,
when
that
you
is
get 100
insane,
million
bro.
Views per video. Now, I will
Holy
say,
moly,
he probably
chat.
spends more than that on the creation of these views, but he's still making the money. He probably spends more than 103 million
on the production of just the main channel videos.
That's
But
true.
he still made 100 million. All right, brand deals. This part's a little bit interesting because I think there's a cap here, right? Like, it's kind of like when one of your friends tell you, huh? You're gonna spend $100,000 on a Toyota? You're gonna spend $50,000 on a Honda Civic Type R? That's kind of how brands feel about YouTube. A brand will fucking shit out 7 Super Bowl ads because they want to be on the Super Bowl, but when it comes to YouTube, their marketing team can't yet fathom spending more than like a couple $1 million at the highest level. But if we just looked at his numbers again, when you're pulling 100 million views per video, you should be making more than $2 million on a brand deal, right? So I don't know
Hell
if you
yes.
noticed, but
Of
You don't
course.
see many brand deals on the Mr. Beast channel anymore. Where you'll see the brand deals is on Beast Philanthropy, is on the Beast second channel, and is on his accessory channel. So these ones don't get 100 million views per video. So when the brand can't pay what he's charging for the main channel, he can say, well, this video is gonna get 14 million. We'll accept your $1.5 million brand deal, and it's gonna
wow.
help, whatever,
Okay.
rescue childs in Africa, help people see, whatever. So a brand wants to be associated
makes
with
a lot
the
of
Mr.
sense,
Beast
actually.
label.
So it's essentially like the NBA does the same thing, right? If a brand comes to the NBA and they're like, oh, we have a tire sponsor, they'll dish the sponsor to the WNBA, to the 2K League, to whatever other affiliates. So that's so the NBA is almost kind of like an advertiser agency in that it's like a funnel. Once you're in the umbrella, nigga, you can end up here, you can end up here, you can end up here, but no matter which way you end up, you're associated with the NBA. So
Yo, that. First of all, I want to applaud Agent for just explaining that, bro. That I didn't even think about that. That the primary company becomes like an umbrella agency in itself, where hey, if you guys can't afford to pay for the sponsors, the brand deal on our main ad on the big boy, well, we have all these other affiliates that don't get as much attention, but it still does, and it's still a part of us, which you still will be a part of. We'll still help you support. We'll still help support that, bro. That's actually very smart, bro. Nah, W Mr. Beast, bro.
that being said, I actually don't think he makes that much off of brand deals compared to the 103 million he's making off YouTube. It's hard to tell, but I watch pretty much all his videos. We react to a bunch of them here on the channel, so I have a good sense of how many ads he does. And I will say, his ad integrations are impossible to skip. If you're a brand and you see his ad integrations, I mean, you can't really go wrong with a Mr. Beast ad integration. We've seen him on the gaming channel, we've seen him on the philanthropy channel. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, based on the volume of deals, the rate I believe he's charging
He's gonna say
across
50,
all his channels,
or no, maybe 10.
like a good monthly number.
Let me do some quick math in my head.
It has to be at least 10.
Is anywhere from $15 to $20 million a month. I'm gonna go on the
Okay.
high end for this, so I'm gonna say 20 mil a month. And I
The
genuinely
brand
believe the only
deals,
reason it's
bro.
not higher is because he's throttled. He's throttled.
He's capped
Right?
out. Yeah,
He's throttled
He's too
and-
big.
It's
Pause.
still a relevant revenue
Pause.
source. But I think a lot of the people that want, I know he's saying only, I know, but like he doesn't do a ton of these, and I think he doesn't need to, and I'll tell you why. There's a point where you become such a large content creator that you can make more money creating your own thing than promoting someone else's thing. Okay,
Yes.
this is an echelon that
1000%.
only a few people exist in.
Yeah.
He would rather create a toy company that he could sell in Target and Walmart that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars than to promote some toys for $5 million. And so you might
Wow.
be thinking this is low, but the reason this is low is because the priority is on the next category, which is business. There's a few things that we need to establish.
Talk to me.
first
Talk to me.
about
Talk to me.
business.
He's cooking.
Okay.
He's cooking.
Businesses, there's a big difference between active revenue and what it's worth. So let's say your business generates $12 million a year. Usually you could take a multiple of that. Sometimes if it's a recession, the multiple might be 5. Other times, if it's like a tech business, the multiple could be as high as 20, maybe even 30 if people get delusional enough. Okay, we've seen these businesses where
AI.
like the valuation makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
No sense.
But on average, the multiple is 10. Okay, unless it's some sort of like you.
Yo, chat, did you guys... Yo, hold on. Let me see this. God, did you guys see this news about SpaceX? That SpaceX, yes. Yep. SpaceX files to go public. Huge IPO. This right here, this is what's going to make Elon Musk a trillionaire. When SpaceX goes public, brother, oh my goodness. When SpaceX goes public, that's going to push Elon Musk over that barrier. He's going to be the first modern trillionaire. Bro, this valuation is going to be absurd. Absurd, bro. Absurd. Yeah, but anyway.
Unique tech startup that the fucking San Francisco niggas jerk their dick to, you're probably not sniffing anything over a 10 valuation. You would have to have something very unique about your business to do anything over 10. Realistically, okay? So, if, let's say...
Yeah, those
Feastables
San
made
Francisco
$10
dudes,
last
they be
year,
going
which
crazy
it did,
on
made
the
way
tech
more,
businesses
then
too. That's
Feastables
so
will be
funny.
worth $100 million.
The tech and the
Not to
AI.
be mistaken with its revenue of $10 million. The more relevant number is the revenue. The revenue drives the valuation. So when you
Yes.
guys hear that LeBron James is a billionaire, he's not making $1 billion, but his ownership in Liverpool, his ownership in this. Once you calculate all the valuations of the things he owns and what it's worth if it's sold, and I think that's the key.
Yeah.
What it's
Yeah.
worth if it's sold. Let me give you guys a good example.
His assets.
AMP would never sell, right? Because we don't want to lose control of it. But AMP is worth.
Hey, nigga in the chat said, this is way too rich for me.
So AMP's valuation is irrelevant because we would never sell it. So we can run to a brand and fucking tell them like, oh, the valuation of AMP is this, but it wouldn't matter because we would never see that money from AMP. And the value of
Makes
owning
sense.
AMP is we need to create a control. Like once a fucking nigga in a suit starts telling us what to do, we're gonna end up like FaZe. Fashion.
Yep.
That's what happens.
Just like
You
FaZe.
can own a
It's gonna be
brand
GG's.
that can sell.
Then once someone in a suit owns your brand, then you got people like Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj and Dua Lipa and shit joining AMP. And you're like, what do these people have to do with AMP, bro? That's what happens when you sell your company because you just want more money.
Now we're cooking. Let me get some in the chat. Like you guys saying Tone in the chat, but that's what Tone is though, right? Tone, let's say Tone made $10 million this year. Tone would be worth $100 million. So if this guy over here want to invest in Tone, he wants 10%.
He wants 10%.
It's worth $100 million. He has to pay $10 million
$10 million.
for 10% of Tone. But
Yeah.
you wouldn't sell Tone at $100 million. You
No.
get me? You would grow Tone. Instead of doing brand deals, you would promote Tone. You would get Tone into the hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. Once it's in the hundreds of millions, now Tone is worth billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Now you could sell 10% of Tone.
Yeah.
Now you still retain control of Tone, because without us,
Yep.
oh,
You still can,
You
you still maintain control of Tone, but now instead of getting $10 million, you can get $100 million because now it's worth billions. Yo, this is a great explanation by Agent, bro. Oh my gosh.
without the person now, who's us, you know? Example. Then you lose the main marketing piece. That's what Mr. Beast has done with Feastables at a level I wish I could probably give you in scope, okay? I'm going based off the numbers I seen, because I could at least, I see some of the
Hold on. Bro. Bro, what? Oh, it's backwards. You can't see. Bro, it says Trump setting up 100% tariffs on a couple exported drugs. Bro, what is this man doing, bro? Yo, this man... I don't even want to talk about that on the stream, bro. Another time.
charts, okay? In some of the retailers we're in and we're about to be in, okay? And I want to tell you guys something. Can you go to any gas station in any store and get Feastables?
I don't know. Can you? I don't even eat Feastables.
I want you to know.
I don't
that
eat
once
anything
you
that Mr.
have
Beast
that
makes,
level of
but not because
distribution,
I don't
is
like
an
it. I just
absolute impossibility.
I never tried it.
that you're selling less than $100 million a year. And that's if your shit fucking sucks. Okay? So, we now know he's generally making more than $100 million a year in revenue, in gross revenue. So that doesn't account for the expenses and stuff. He probably has more expenses than Hershey's. He doesn't do as much scale as Hershey's. And he doesn't use child labor like Hershey's. And so, I don't know who said that. I have no idea who said that.
Bro, this nigga blacked out Cam to say that, bro. No, age is funny.
Like Hershey's. And he doesn't use child labor like Hershey's. And so, I don't know who said that. I have no idea who said that.
Yo, that's so funny.
I don't know who said that, okay?
Oh my
so
goodness,
he probably
bro.
does have higher expenses on an average bar. That's why I think his bars cost a little bit more, okay? So realistically, will he ever be able to get the price that low? Probably not without doing something really unethical. Factually. There's certain limits on what you can make if you want to do it ethically, and cocoa trade is one of the things you can do very unethically and get for mad cheap. So that being said, I think the main focus here should be Feastables, because that is really the driving force, and I would reckon most likely 80% of the overall revenue he generates off his businesses. I'm gonna have to do some calculations in my head, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this one will be kind of tough.
So you gotta hit that.
Okay, I could be wrong. There's no way to tell. I've seen Feastables at Target, Walmart, grocery stores, all them grocery stores, gang. All the department stores, every department store you can think of. I've seen this shit at a fucking airport, my nigga. I've seen it in America. I've seen it in Canada. I've seen it, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen it in Australia. It's around the world. That matters too. Global distribution, it matters a lot. I am under the impression that Mr. Beast is generating. I am under the impression, after my calculated, accurate analysis, that Mr. Beast is making $500 million in this last year on Feastables. I think that is a lot more than he was making last year, and definitely way more than he was making the year before that. This is a very healthy number. And if you do the quick math, that means that Feastables is worth $5 billion. Now, Mr. Beast doesn't own 100% of Feastables. There's probably some venture capitalist funds in there. His best friend that was a fucking millionaire that put in some money in the startups in the seed round. He probably had a couple rounds of investment so that he could generate enough money so he could stock up inventory for being in the department stores.
Yeah.
All of that was probably a factor, okay? But let's say Mr. B.
Wait, someone said you're making shit up? Huh? Wait,
owns
what?
30%. If you ignored everything else,
How would I be?
and you took
How would he be making this up?
30% of $5 billion, his net worth is easily in the billions. But again, that's net worth. That's not how much money he's actually generating. And then is the hard truth. He's probably not generating money from Feastables right now. And
Because it's
if
all
he
going
is,
right
he's a
back
bad
into the
businessman.
business.
He's probably investing all of it back in. So although there's a lot of revenue coming in, he's spending
Doesn't really
all
need
of it,
to.
put it right back.
Bro, when you're making all this other money from these other ventures or these other avenues, he doesn't really need to pull money from Feastables, right? Like, bro, it's just too much bread, bro.
So
This
that-
nigga, Mr. Beast, is a bag getter.
Continue to grow it, because what's better than $500 million a year is if you can
$5
find
billion.
a way to beat Hershey's, and now you're making $5 billion a
Ooh.
year. If you're making $5 billion a year, your company's worth $50 billion.
Yeah.
You're 30%, and by then it'd probably be lower than 30%. It might be like 20% or something like that, whatever,
20%.
15%. Right? You'd be surprised how little
Shit,
the
might be like
owners
8%.
own once they get into late stage. It could be as low as like 5%. Maybe they only own 2%. It just depends on how you grow your company, how fast it grows, and how much
fast
money
it
it needs.
grows.
Right?
Yeah, how much money it
Certain
needs, yep.
companies that have like lots of
When you
rounds
grow
of investing,
faster, you need
like
more
Uber
money.
and them, you know,
And
it's
you're gonna
round two,
sometimes
round three,
give
round
up
four,
more of your
round five.
company.
Even the original owners don't own nothing, gang. Like they might own.
Just like Shark Tank. If you guys watch Shark Tank, it's the same way. Like when one of the sharks makes an offer to the business owner, and the business owner says, "Well, instead of 100,000, can you do 200?" They were like, "Well, instead of 8% of the company, now I need 15% of it." Right? So it's always some sort of a give or take between how much money you need and how fast you want to grow your company, and how much of your company you're actually going to give up because of that.
1.5%, nigga, 2%, some shit like that. It just depends on how many people are involved in the overall. OpenAI, that's a good example of like the people that started it probably own next to nothing. But their next to nothing will probably be worth billions.
Billions, bro.
You get what I'm
Literally.
saying? You'd rather own 0.5% of a company worth $100 billion than to own 100% of a business that's worth nothing. So,
Yep.
I will make a calculated analysis that I think Feastables probably makes up like, and all the things in the scope of Feastables branding, all kind of make up 80% of what I would consider his business revenue, okay? I think Mr. Beast is generating $600 million. This is a year. So low I should probably get it down to a month just so it kind of adds up with the rest of the
Bro,
board.
what?
$50 million a month. Okay, so you might be thinking, oh wow, he's still actually making more on YouTube than he is on his businesses, and you'd be right. But two things are true. One, the YouTube channel is actually the engine that fuels the business as of right now. So the YouTube channel is still by far the most important factor. It's just amazing distribution and amazing promotion. And two,
Okay.
in a year from now,
Makes
if
sense.
he's still executing as well as he is right now, his businesses will be generating more revenue than his YouTube channel. And remember, he can't sell the YouTube channel. It wouldn't be wise to,
Hell no.
but he can sell
Sell the business. Yep.
So, I will say, Mr. Beast is playing a very risky game. If Mr. Beast even has a hint of falling off, he will be in catastrophic debt because none of this
Yeah.
shit could fail. It's kind of like owning a McLaren. It's amazing when it's working, but as soon as you start having issues, say fucking goodbye, my nigga. So, I would reckon that this is the
Bro,
lion's
McLarens are just
share, if not
notoriously
all,
known for
of
being
the revenues
ass.
that he generates. And then comes my final point. I think he's breaking even. I think he puts all of it back in
Back into
in
it.
the
Yeah.
hopes that it doubles by next year. It's not that he can't buy nice things. He could definitely take some money out and buy some nice things. But I think he benefits more by just putting the money back in, letting that shit double by next year.
Yeah.
And chat, I'm gonna ask you a question. If you thought 50 million a month could become 100 million a month if you had to live humbly for another year, would you do it? Most would. So to add it all up,
For
Mr.
one
Beast
more
is
year?
making $173 million
1000%.
a month. If you multiply that by 12,
Damn. 2.07
Mr.
billion.
Beast is generating,
Woo!
according to my calculations,
According to my
$2
calculations.
billion a year. Is it all being reinvested so next year could be 5, 10?
Oh my goodness.
Probably. But when he looks at his balance sheet, is that the number he fucking sees? Absolutely. And if you ever wondered what the ceiling is, this is it. Ah!
Oh my goodness. W Video Agent.